So we made all new window frames for the RV, and my main thing aesthetically was to cover up the roundness of these windows. I just feel like they kind of scream RV, or they kind of make you feel like you're in a car. So I wanted to kind of make them more rectangular. And of course we also needed to fill in the depth of the window sill, or whatever we want to call it, and do something a little more decorative with the actual frame itself. We weren't the best about getting before pictures of everything, but the window frames that were on all the windows before were really flimsy and kind of ugly. Nothing special, really didn't do anything to make the windows look exciting or pretty. So we really wanted to make it look homey and decorative and special. So to do this yourself, you're gonna need these pine boards, I think that's what they're called. And we got ones that are 8 feet long, and these are 3/4 of an inch thick. That's super thick, and it fills in most of the depth of the windows. And at first we got ones of these that were like, I want to say like $12 or something each, but then I realized that Lowe's also has ones that are unfinished that are $3. So make sure you get the unfinished ones and you'll save a lot of money. And then for the outside, the actual like decorative window frame, we also got these at Lowe's, and I'm not sure how wide these are. I want to say 2 inches something, and they were only like $7 for like an 7 or 8 foot piece. We also borrowed this compressor, and we used both staple gun and a nail gun. The staple gun is to put the inside pieces together, and the nail gun is to nail the trim to those pieces. Hopefully I explained that right.
Day's work.
Okay, let's see if it fits.
Perfect, actually. It's nice
Wow.
and snug.
It fits.
You might want to.
Now we gotta take it out to attach the other part, but we also gotta paint it.
Oh,
It's hard to explain exactly what we're doing, but
I don't even know.
like, I don't think this is the right way to make a window frame, but RV windows are weird. So they have like, I don't know, and every window in the RV is different. So this isn't necessarily a tutorial, it's just how we're doing it. So couldn't film actually using the miter box, but basically that's how it works. You stick the saw through these slots, and then you can cut a perfect angle, and that's how you fit those pieces together. So these pieces we cut with a miter box and saw so that we could get those angles to put it together like this. And so this is just gonna be the depth of the window frame, and then this is gonna be the pretty part that you see on the outside. No. So now we're using the compressor nail gun to attach these pieces to the thicker inside pieces.
Window frame.
Look! It's very imperfect if you look closely, but we have a motto about the RV, and that's that it's very imperfect, but so is life.
That's right.
Look at that! We actually really weren't sure if this was gonna work out.
It's fucking awesome.
I think everyone's gonna be proud of us. But I'm gonna paint it brown, solid brown, because we have a lot going on with the green and the stones and everything, so.
Oh, you do.
I just gave it a few thin layers of this Rust-Oleum dark brown spray paint, and then a layer of the satin clear enamel to protect it. And I think it looks really good. Let's see how it looks when it's up. We also have gone through a ton of spray paint. I've lost count of how many cans. I think at least one, if not more, for each window frame, because we are painting the back too, because you can see it a little bit from the outside. So we could have, you know, gotten like a gallon of paint or whatever and done it by hand. This did make it easier, but if you wanted to save a little bit of money, you could just paint it manually. So we broke our miter box today, and the guy that owns the property we're staying on just came over and he's like, oh, I was really good to help you. Gives us this power miter saw that cuts perfectly clean.
It's so smooth. It took literally like, boop.
And we're on the last window frame. We literally made 7 of them with doing it manually.
That was ridiculous. It's just like, boop. Cut.
We actually do have 1 small bathroom window and 2 big bedroom windows to do, so this will definitely help us out with that, but we're just cracking up because we made like 7 window frames manually and it was really hard. But I think we appreciate that more after using that. So in conclusion, if you're gonna make window frames or anything that needs angled cuts, or really any cuts, because this thing cuts straight too, if you can get a hold of one of these, borrow one from a friend, family member, definitely makes the project easier. But we made a ton with this, and it was harder, but it is possible, and this is a way cheaper option. We also borrowed this one anyway, so I think they're like less than 10 bucks at Home Depot or whatever, so you can do this manually. This is obviously way easier. God.
Wow.
That's crazy. This one window, for whatever reason, is extra deep. And I wasn't sure what we were gonna do about that, but what we decided to do is stack the pieces that were going inside the window. I'll show you. So for the extra deep window, we just tripled the inside pieces that are 3/4 of an inch thick and nailed them together so that they fill in the depth of the window, and it turned out awesome. So now we're using the compressor and the nail gun to actually nail it into the wall.
I'm nailing Ned. Nailing Neil, I mean, sorry. Sometimes I get my name confused with someone else. Identity crisis. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Neil to the rescue. Oh.
Probably have to go in with like brown paint and just like touch it up with green. Oh.